Well, each year around Halloween, we tend to pay a bit more attention to those things that go bump in the night. But for one Oklahoma business, it's an everyday occurrence. Joining me now is our Andy Barth.
That's right, Rob. And while Oklahoma is known for its musical and extreme weather, the state has an eerie side to it that leaves a lot up to skepticism and wonder.
I never thought the stocks would stay that strong.
It's business as usual in north central Oklahoma, and in one town, business is very active. In a small town drugstore, people are in and out. People from the present and past.
The first experience I had, I came in here after hours one evening and I had somebody yell at me, "Get out of here."
We're just showing John's hands. At least that's what we're calling him, because he doesn't know if everyone would be understanding of the things he's seen and heard.
You know, at first I didn't think about it being a paranormal deal. I thought, where's that coming from? I thought maybe next door or maybe out back. And then after I got back in my car to head home, I got to thinking, you know, you can't hear voices like that. Never. You hardly hear even a garbage truck go by. That's when I started putting two and two together.
And while 2 and 2 equals 4, it all adds up to some eerie findings.
I mentioned it to a friend of mine that has actually been involved in a paranormal research group out of Oklahoma City, and so he was real pumped up about wanting to come and investigate. So we came up here one night. We had a couple of voice recorders and a camera and walked around for 3 or 4 hours, and we had a few experiences, but nothing real noteworthy until we get home. We start listening to the recorders, and there's voices there, and they're interactive and they're responsive and they're pertinent to what's being said. Real dramatic, very dramatic.
The following is a recording from that night. The first 2 voices belong to John's friend and brother, but the third is an invisible guest.
Ain't got nothing. Ain't got nothing. Go away.
Now, if you missed that, it's a voice saying, "Go away." Here it is again.
Go away.
After hearing the stories, we head upstairs to do our own investigation. It's dark, messy, and complete with eerie sounds. So it's really creepy in this room, and the people who own the building say that there's been paranormal activity going on, and we're going to see if we can catch some of this on camera. This door rattles for a good 10 seconds. Our lights flicker, and while we were standing here, we hear a... and we weren't moving, all helping validate John's stories.
The night that the group from out of town came in, I carried a voice recorder with me, just kind of watching what they were doing, and I went home and listened to my tape, and I had over 100 voices. Maybe not different ones, but things being said. And it got really bothersome, and in fact, that's the last time I ever even listened to anything.
So as we go about our daily lives, always remember, we never know who might be with us. Now, the businesses started experiencing these phenomenons in 2006, and while they do say it's creepy, what they really focus on is serving their customers.
So I have to ask, what was it like up in those 2 rooms?
Well, Rob, we went there twice, and everything was working, or so I thought, until I get back and realize that all of my footage from upstairs wasn't working, and the mic wouldn't work either upstairs or downstairs, and it worked fine back at the office.
And the important point to make here is not only was your footage not working, it simply was not there, and that never really happens with our cameras.
Never, and that footage was non-existent.
I also want you to tell everyone about what you said when you came back. You were up in a hot attic area, and what happened?
It was really hot. I was sweating like crazy, except for 2 instances when I walked through a freezing cold space just for a split second. The hair on my arm stood up, and I got the chills, and I don't know what that was.
So are you a believer?
You know, I haven't seen anything or heard anything yet, but I walked through some pretty crazy stuff, so I don't know yet.
All right. Thank you.